Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem, amma ba'd. So yeah, my name is Hashim.
My name is Joe. Nice
Joe?
to meet you.
Likewise, yeah. So yeah, you wanted to speak about some topic?
Yeah,
Was there anything you wanted
Yeah, because I've come here a few times and I've talked to your fellow Muslims
Okay.
about like me believing that I belong to a certain category of apes.
Sorry, certain category of...
Apes.
You belong to certain category of apes.
yeah.
You look like a human to me.
I mean, humans are a category in a category of apes.
Which category is that?
In the Homo sapiens.
Yeah, but homo means man, not ape.
Yeah, like in man, like we're like there are different species.
No, homo means
Homo
man.
erectus, they're like,
Yeah.
exactly. So sapiens are different.
Okay. So I mean, look.
Even that, like
before
we're apes still.
Wow, my forefathers were not apes. I don't know about yours.
I mean, I don't like. I think we all have the same forefather.
I don't think so. Yeah. Let's speak for yourself. But as Muslims, we believe that Allah Himself, we believe in Allah as God, and Allah created Adam, and Allah created Eve, and these we believe were special creations. Unlike, if you look at all the animals in the world.
Were they perfect?
Say again?
Were they perfect?
In what sense?
In all sense. Were they without flaws?
Compared to the animals, they're better than the animals.
No, I'm not saying compared to one thing or another.
You have to compare it to something.
Like you say, the creator.
Yeah.
Is the creator perfect?
Of course he is.
Okay. So once a creator creates something,
Yeah.
would that creation be perfect?
Allah creates in the best way He can. He does. But that doesn't mean we. So when you say perfect, what are you comparing it to?
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying without flaws.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What when you say without flaws?
Is Allah without flaws? I'm not comparing it Allah to any other thing,
Okay.
right?
Before let's back.
Like you cannot. You're
Okay.
saying like you cannot compare Allah. To
Let's take a step back and try to understand what's your ideology. Do you believe in God?
No, I'm just like if your claim is the creator is perfect, and once the creator creates
Yeah.
something, like
Yeah.
once
To me, the creation is perfect.
okay,
In the sense
okay,
it was created.
okay,
Yes.
So, and you say Adam and Eve
Yeah.
were the special creation in that creation.
Yes.
And once I ask you, are they perfect?
Yeah.
When you're trying to compare it to the animals, that's why I don't.
Yeah, because the animals don't have rationality.
Well, you can say
But if you let me
because-
finish a sentence, then we can have. Let's not make this as an argument. Have a discussion.
Yeah, no,
Okay?
I don't mind.
So when you say you started from apes, but if I were to ask you,
I didn't say I didn't. We started from apes.
well, you said I'm an ape. I'm a
I said, yes.
yeah. So you started with that. So let's backtrack. Let's go all the way to the beginning of existence. Why not? We can't just start from apes. We got to go back all the way.
Yeah, I didn't. No, I didn't say we had to start. I said
Because what you're doing is you can't just jump in the middle of
like,
existence.
If you ask me, like the
Yeah.
beginning of it, like
Yeah.
it's much bigger than me, right?
Everything's bigger than you. Around, look around. Even the tree is bigger than you.
The atoms are smaller than me.
Yeah, I know, but
not
but you see, atoms
So if you
atoms
go
are the
back
building
to-
blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So, exactly.
Okay.
So they're smaller.
So if I were to ask you, and
Like,
let's
if
see
you
if you
want
got
to
a,
go all the way
let's see if you're a person who uses his rationality and his logic and his common sense to understand where all of this existence comes from. So if I were to ask you, where did the universe come from? What would you, from your ideology, what would be your answer?
Through my logical, rational reasoning, I could say I clearly don't have all the data to give you right now.
Okay. Do you have like a rough idea
Rough idea of
of where the existence, how the existence
I mean,
came about?
even if I have a rough idea, I could be wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rough idea that
Even if
I
you-
hold right now is
Yeah. But you know, science. If your basis is science itself changes. Do you know that?
hey, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you know,
is
science
part
at one point they thought they thought this universe
like
was
it's trial and error. Like science cannot be
yeah.
like
So even your true answer could be wrong. Even your right answer could be wrong. Because if your basis is science, that can change, right?
Like, I didn't say the base. You said truth, right? Like the origin of existence. You asked me how did the existence.
Okay. So what's your basis? My basis is God. What's your basis?
My basis is like humanity, like our
Humanity.
knowledge,
So science, yeah.
like science. I guess like we can use fiction.
I need to know if you come from a solid basis. Why? Because if you don't have a solid foundation, then you will forever be shifting your goalposts.
What's wrong with that?
Then you wouldn't know what is the truth.
There are people who believe that the Earth was flat for so long.
Yeah,
Then
they call themselves scientists. Do you know that? They did. I'm not kidding.
Yes.
They called themselves scientists at one point.
But the true scientists, like you said, will change.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. If that's your foundation, then the question is this:
But
will
now,
you?
even now with the foundation of science, like
Yeah, it's normally for non-Muslims, but you can take just one. Yeah, it's meant to be for non-Muslims. The Quran, the free Quran.
even with the science right now, we know the Earth is a sphere. Like that's not going to change. Like anytime soon.
I didn't say everything will change. I'm saying that
Like you
if
said-
your
you
basis
said-
is science,
Yeah, you said it
okay,
won't change. Yeah.
because
My basis.
that's the reason. So will science? Let me ask you this: will science ever be able to answer the question of the origin of the universe?
Sure.
How?
Maybe. I don't know.
How?
If they could.
Okay, can you see something beyond the Big Bang? Can you ever see what happened beyond?
Don't know.
You can't.
I mean, there are like in the future they could come up with some technology that could find out. Like we know it's like a singularity. We don't know what's on the other side.
How can they see something beyond space and time?
Like it could be another universe beyond.
Yeah, this is called the gap of science. You know, could be, would be.
that
That's
a new
by the way.
term?
No,
Is that a
that
new term?
no, it's been around because normally people who attach themselves to scientism, they use this.
Oh, it's like a scientist.
Yeah, scientism has become kind of a religion now.
Really?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
so science is not true.
because they have so much faith in science.
So Hashim, so
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying there are some people who have so much. Yeah.
So Hashim, so what is like our best tool to understand what's real in reality?
You know, science also uses, for example, things like
What do you think is the best tool for us right now?
what's the best tool for us?
Yeah.
Your mind is the
Really?
best tool.
Really?
Yes,
Our mind
because
is
you wouldn't be
not
asking these questions without your mind.
Our mind is not susceptible to wrongs.
Of course it is. So is
So
science.
it's not the best thing.
So is science. If you're looking for perfection,
Like I'm saying, scientific method is the best tool for us.
see, that's where scientism comes from. So you said science is the best tool. Is that what you're saying?
Scientific method is the best.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Is it not?
Let me
Is it
ask you.
not?
Bro, I'm answering.
I'm just asking.
No, you need to have a conversation.
I am trying to
No,
have a
you're having an argument. There's a difference. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have consciousness?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
With the best knowledge of science, is that the best you could do? You think so? You know, without your
No, I
consciousness,
didn't use science there, did I?
so what are you using then?
I used my consciousness.
No, but you don't know what it is.
You asked me.
Okay, what is
I
consciousness?
said I think so, right?
Okay, what is
Think
consciousness?
So there I am.
Okay, so you,
So there I'm conscious.
okay, so that is Descartes'
Yeah. So
words you're using.
Yes.
No problem, no problem. I agree with that. I have no problem. But
it's
the
not
question,
scientific.
hold on. What do you mean it's not scientific?
It's not like you can observe, you can do experiments, and
Good. So you've been watching our videos. That's good. Now this is what I want to ask you. This: can science prove you have consciousness objectively?
could be in one day. In the future.
You see again, gap of
You
science.
say it will change, right?
Okay.
I said it
By the
could-
way, do you know what is natural?
do you mean?
Do you know what is
Gap of
naturalistic science?
Huh?
Do you know what is naturalistic science?
Kind of an idea about it.
Okay.
What is it?
So science doesn't deal. This science doesn't deal with metaphysical aspects of the universe.
What is this science?
The naturalistic science.
I don't think it's like you name it as naturalistic science, right? Like,
What do you name it
I
as?
would prefer like scientific method.
No, but there's
They all
different.
have the same thing.
Okay. So using scientific method, can they find consciousness?
Could be. Yeah, sure.
But you already believe in it, right? Before they found it.
Sure, it's thinking. Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
I said it because I think so. I didn't use science. I don't have to use the scientific method to do.
Bro, you can't use scientific method without your rational, without your mind.
Yeah.
So you need a mind to use the scientific method.
Yeah.
You know who was the first one to actually deal with scientific method? Yes, it was a Muslim.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? And
Before that, there were people also using scientific method.
no, it wasn't called scientific method.
I
Okay?
mean, it might not be called scientific, but
Ibn
they're using
Haytham, Ibn Haytham has been known. This you will find it on the UNESCO website.
I give props to that guy for doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
good. So that's why. So let's go back to.
Sure.
There's a difference between the physical world and the metaphysical world. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't know the metaphysical.
See, that's where I'm coming.
Yeah.
When you mention consciousness, that is not from the physical world
How do you know that?
because you can't observe it, you can't measure it, you can't see it.
There's so many. Can you observe electromagnetic?
No, you can measure it.
Yeah, check it.
But you can't measure your consciousness.
You can put like a brain, like stimulators in there, and like you can detect
Detect what?
brain waves.
Detect brainwaves.
Yeah.
Do you think? Do you actually think that is consciousness?
That creates consciousness.
No.
So if you take parts of your brain out, do you think you'll be conscious?
Hold on. Let's take this one step at a time.
No, you asked me questions. I answered.
No, you haven't answered the question. What was my question?
You asked so many questions, dude.
Exactly. So that's why I said slow down. No need to be nervous. Calm down. Calm down. It's recorded, so we'll see what you answered, what you didn't answer.
Did I not
Okay?
answer or not?
I asked you the difference between
I
physical.
can see the anger in you. It's crazy.
I can hear the nervousness in your voice. So the physical world and the metaphysical world, you're saying there's no difference, or there is difference?
I don't know the metaphysical world.
Okay, so let me tell you what it is.
To say there is a difference, I need to know.
No problem. If you don't know, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, before.
Can I tell you what it is because you don't know? Because in order for you to answer the next question, you need to know the difference. Okay? So your consciousness is from the metaphysical realm, not from the physical realm. What you mentioned about the electromagnetic,
You still didn't.
I haven't
say
finished
what
my
is-
word,
what's the
you're already
difference?
interrupting. Calm down. Listen first. Okay? The electromagnetic, what you saw, what the neuroscientists see, or the neurosurgeons see, the electrochemical waves, the electrochemical impulses in your brain, what they see, that is not consciousness. No one from the neuroscientific, hold on, no one from the
You
neuroscientists,
said that it's not conscious.
I haven't finished yet, you need to listen. No one from the neuroscientists say this is consciousness. They say these are the electrochemical impulses that the brain, when your neurons fire, and this is what it is. It's not consciousness itself. Now you mentioned another thing about if you remove your brain, you won't have consciousness. Okay? No one has observed that. Because once you remove the brain, that might be the seat of consciousness. Hear me out. That might be the seat of consciousness, but not consciousness itself. Yeah, it's like the seat means like that is where you will find it, but you will not go to a lab and look under a microscope a piece of the brain and see, oh look, I found consciousness there. And that is why I'm telling you that comes from the metaphysical realm. Okay, now you can say what you want.
But you still didn't say what's the difference between the metaphysical realm and the physical realm.
Okay, so metaphysical is something which is the opposite of the physical. Okay? It is the opposite of the physical world. Physical means like you.
Like matter?
Yeah, matter is physical. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you say like antimatter is...
I wouldn't call it antimatter, but something which is...
So you said like the opposite.
Bro, something which is not matter.
So what is not matter
is the metaphysical, yes.
So, and the consciousness comes from
it is from the realm of the metaphysical, which is beyond the scope of naturalistic science.
So how do we know that?
Because the science, when you look at the definition of naturalist science, it tells you the study of the physical world.
I didn't say like the definition.
But you need to know the definition in order to understand the terminology we are using. Like you said, they observe the electrochemical impulses. You immediately said that's consciousness. That is based on your superficial study. But if you ask the neuroscientists, they'll tell you, yes, it is. It is superficial.
So, according to you, what is consciousness?
What you already defined earlier is to be aware of your environment.
Okay, so is only human beings conscious?
No, animals are conscious.
So
I think even the plants are conscious to some extent.
So when you say like this consciousness comes from a metaphysical realm, like that creates a problem with the scientific. Like
it does, absolutely.
Because like you're saying.
Finally, you realize it. Thank you.
Because you're saying we cannot cross that gap because we don't have the tools necessary.
No, I'm saying it is a wrong tool. If you're looking at naturalistic science, it is. Let me give you an analogy. It is like if I give you a metal detector, will you ever find plastic? Why?
Because it's not meant to be found.
Absolutely, it's the wrong tool to find plastic. Okay. Similarly, to use naturalistic science to find, to observe, or to learn about the metaphysical world is a wrong tool. Does that make sense? But there is another science which does answer these questions.
What is that?
It's called the philosophy of science.
Philosophy of science.
Yes.
So
it's another field which can encompass all of these things.
It's not the philosophy of science.
It's called the philosophy of science. You can look it up if you don't believe me.
It's like there are so many, like you can put philosophy in front of anything. Philosophy of religion.
Bro, look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up.
Okay, no problem.
There is this field. You can go to universities and study this courses on philosophy of science.
Science can find answers.
Naturalistic science, no. Philosophy of science, yes.
So science does deal with it. I didn't say before when I came here, I believe in naturalistic science. I said science can solve these kind of answers. Can get.
Science is not just one term, or maybe you can call it an umbrella term, but there are different fields within science
Let's
itself.
call it an umbrella term.
Yeah.
But
Why do you think the universities
saying, like,
do
science
teach
cannot
this?
find metaphysical realm?
Yeah, but what is science for you? It's very important because you're using these terms. I want to know if you understand these terms.
Science is like the best tool we have, like a scientific method, like of observing.
Yeah, that is the naturalistic science. I told you already.
Like even with philosophy, we can use that.
Okay. In philosophy, you have something called cause and effect. You heard of that?
Of course.
Okay.
Even with that, like you can do, you
No
have
problem.
to do observation, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
That
But you can infer as well. You can infer.
Yes.
Inference.
Inference comes
Yes.
with observation.
So based on
and,
good.
Like all the other things.
Do you know what they use for? What they use as the Big Bang theory? You heard of the Big Bang theory?
Who hasn't?
Well, some people haven't. You'll be surprised. Yeah. So the Big Bang theory, is it an effect or a cause?
I mean, like time started from there. Cause and effect, we have to understand with time.
Yeah. Is it an effect or a cause? Which one is it? What is the Big Bang theory? The Big Bang itself, is it a cause or an effect?
It says like time, space, and matter originated from a single point.
Yeah. So is it a cause or effect?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's actually an effect
How do you know?
because we don't know what the cause is.
How do you know it's an effect? How do you know it's
Because
not a cause?
you didn't have an answer when I asked you about
It's not
origin.
about me.
Even the scientists don't have an answer.
It's not about you saying you have an answer. You're saying it's an effect. How do you know it's an effect?
Okay, once.
Like time, matter, space, everything, or like even time. Like you understand, like the philosophy of like cause and effect.
How do you know time originated at Big Bang? How do you know that?
Like, you said like do you know Big Bang? You know Big Bang theory, right?
Who doesn't know using your answer?
Yeah, okay. No, I'm asking you, Hashim.
Yes, yes. I'm telling you it's effect for a reason.
Did time started from Big Bang?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. Just because the observable universe that we see today is something that we observe and we feel that, oh, this is it.
We feel it. It's like our feeling.
If you ask me, let me finish.
It's crazy.
If you think this is a joke,
No, it's not a joke.
You have to let
you
me finish.
To be real too.
okay.
You have to be real
So
too.
let me ask you this: do you know anything outside the observable universe?
Me? No.
Yes, you exactly. So that's why I'm telling you.
I'm not saying I'm here. I'm saying I didn't say I do.
So you're just saying the same thing I'm saying in a different way. That's all. Okay. Let me ask you something. Is it possible or plausible? Is it plausible there is something outside the observable universe?
Possible or possible?
Plausible.
I don't know. Even to give that answer, is it possible?
Okay. So for you to say I don't know, there's an appeal to ignorance, not exactly an answer.
Of course, it's ignorant because we don't know. Like the statement.
Actually,
observable-
I'm not disagreeing with you, what he said. If you don't know, you can say I don't know, no problem. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Our observable universe, right? Like that's what we see.
Yeah. Sorry, just one second.
Like that's all we know about inside of it.
Sorry, I didn't hear. You have to repeat that again.
That's all like we know about.
Yeah. So the observable universe is all you know.
All
Okay.
we know.
Right. Now the question is this.
Like, do you know what's outside the?
As I said, I believe in God. So yes, of course. For me, the God is the creator. I have an answer to the questions, unlike you who says I don't know.
Like your answer.
Let me finish.
Like
I'm still answering. If you let me finish.
Like you already answered. You said God.
No, bro. Let me finish.
No, like,
I need to give a detailed
can I
answer.
unpack that?
No, you don't need to. Let
Like,
me unpack it.
no,
It's my
already
answer.
Heavy. It's already heavy. Like you're saying. You tired?
I said, let me finish. No need to interject.
No, sorry, because I had to. Sorry,
You had to.
I have to.
Okay, go on.
Sorry, I apologize. Because when you say God is outside observable universe,
Yeah.
it's a big claim.
Why?
It's because when I say I don't know what's
Just like
outside
your
the-
consciousness is a big
like-
claim.
like-
That you have a consciousness. Same thing.
Let me finish.
Yeah, go on.
Uncle, please.
Yeah, nephew, go on, finish.
Sorry, like outside the observable universe.
Yeah.
When you ask me what's I don't know. You say it's God, right? Like.
Actually, I was going to elaborate on that, but you interjected. But
Yeah,
carry
I
on,
know,
yeah. Carry on.
I said, I'm sorry, I had to interject. When you say, like, before you go into detail, like this, like, how did you come about this idea where God sits outside of our observable universe?
By the way, do you believe in God?
Me? No.
You
Like,
don't?
I don't believe in people's gods.
People's God. What other gods are there?
There's Zeus, there's
Sorry, there is what?
Zeus.
So you believe in Zeus.
I don't believe. I said I don't believe in people.
So which God do you believe in?
I don't believe in any people's gods.
So which God do you believe in?
I don't believe in people's gods.
Okay, look, I've heard you say, I don't believe in people's gods.
Yeah.
Now the next question is this.
Yeah.
Which God,
Yeah.
other than the people's God, do you believe in?
I don't know if there is a God.
So say like that then.
Yeah.
You're not sure. So you're agnostic.
I didn't say I'm not sure. I don't.
Are you
I
agnostic?
don't know. I don't know.
That's fine. Are you agnostic then?
Yeah, in that knowledge, I am agnostic.
Okay, so say like that. No need to get defensive. Calm down. Okay. Yeah, have you finished by the way? Or can I elaborate on God now? Okay, good. Earlier when I asked you,
You heard my question, right?
your question, I thought you made a statement.
No, it's not.
Okay, once again, what was your
That's my
question?
Because I had to interject because I need to clarify.
Yeah, what was your question?
Because in the, like you said, God sits outside of the observable universe, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Okay. For me, the universe had a beginning. Anything that has a beginning has a cause. Because the universe had a beginning, it must have a cause.
So is Allah the beginning and the end?
Allah is...
Allah have a cause.
No, Allah is eternal. Listen to what I said again, once again. You're not listening. Anything that begins to exist. Allah did not begin to exist.
You said that.
Okay, so the principle is this. Anything that begins to exist must have a cause. Unless you show me anything in the universe that began to exist didn't have a cause. Because the universe began to exist at some point. Do you know that? The scientists say it is something like 13.8 billion years old. You heard of that? Okay, so we know that it has a beginning. And since it has a beginning, it must have a cause. Are you with me so far?
That philosophy, sure.
Yeah, but this is the.
That's our
By the way, this is
philosophy of science.
no,
Like,
yeah, exactly,
with the
exactly,
time, cause
exactly,
and
yeah.
effect.
So the cause and effect
Like when
is
you
where
said
this
the
comes
beginning
in.
of the universe, right? It's also the beginning of time. The time began from there.
For me, that's not where time began. I don't think time began with that. Because for you,
belief.
by the way, I haven't finished yet. If you let me finish, you'll understand. So the cause and effect is what I'm discussing
What
here.
I'm saying is that you cannot use cause and effect to the beginning of universe.
Why not?
Because our understanding of the beginning of universe, time started from that single point.
For you, not for me.
For everybody. It's not
No,
just
speak for yourself, my friend. Because you don't believe in God, so speak for yourself.
Like when you said the universe started 13.8 billion years ago.
The scientists say that.
Okay, when the scientists say 13.8 billion, they're not just saying it for me or for them.
No, they say it based on their evidence.
Right? Yeah, not for me.
Maybe in
or for
future
you
that
or
might be more or less. I don't know.
But it's for all of it.
Okay, but the point here is about both. We both agree.
You might disagree that like there was like time before.
No, we both agree that the universe began at some point. Is that right?
Our current understanding, yes.
Okay. So if anything that begins to exist, it must have a cause. Do you agree with this principle?
You saying it must
Yes.
have a cause? No, I don't agree.
Okay, give me anything in the universe that began to exist which doesn't have a cause. Go on.
The universe.
But you don't know about the beginning.
I said. Our
So you
current-
can't say one minute you're saying I don't know, next minute you're saying, oh, it has a
You
cause.
asked me, like,
So it doesn't have a cause.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you
But
asked
on what
me-
basis you're saying it doesn't have a cause? Because it began to exist.
Because I'm saying it is the effect because time started from that point.
What's time got to do with the origin of the universe?
Because like from your philosophy, cause and effect, right?
No, my philosophy is this.
You're saying because everything that has a beginning has a cause.
No, anything that begins to exist
Okay. Everything that
Yes.
begins to exist
must have a cause.
Even like
And
the
if you
beginning-
disagree with that, you'll have to show us why.
You're saying beginning, like it's a term that like starts, like it emphasizes the beginning.
It has a beginning, yeah.
It starts.
Yes.
Like,
Where do you think it
that-
started
that-
from?
That is like our it talks about time. It's change.
Okay, no problem. Look, if you,
That's an important question. He asked
Yeah.
you, where do you think it came from?
where do you think it started from?
What do you mean? It
The
started
universe.
From that single point.
What is that single point? Oh, you can't. Wait a minute. You can't say this is my answer, but then say I don't know.
It's like like an infinite energy. Like
Where did you get that from? You don't know?
Listen,
How
infinite
scientific
energy.
is that? I thought your basis was science. What happened all of a sudden? It became
like-
mystery.
even science-
It became a mysterious thing.
even science do admit when it doesn't know things, it will admit it doesn't know.
No, exactly. But you're not saying I don't know. You're saying eternal energy all of a sudden.
I'm saying like it was an infinite amount of energy.
There you go. Where did you get that from?
at the time.
Scientists don't say that. Scientists don't say that. Where did you get it from?
You can
It's your claim, so you're the one.
yes.
You're the one who has to
I claim
provide
it.
us the evidence,
I
not
did
me.
claim it. I did claim it, yes.
Yes. So provide the evidence. Then.
I don't have any evidence.
Okay. So we are going to reject it
would be-
until you have evidence.
It would be hard to get evidence.
Of course you
at
will.
the beginning of X.
So don't make a claim you don't have evidence for.
You also made claim.
No, but I use inference. Remember what I told you?
No. You also did.
It's on camera, my friend.
Yes.
I use
Right.
inference.
Actually, I also say I use inference.
No, you said you just made a claim. Oh, by the way, what inference did you use for infinite energy? On what basis?
Based like of mathematics, like
Mathematics?
mathematic models saying like singularity could be like infinite energy.
So let me ask you this: does infinity exist?
Like mathematically.
Let's see if he knows
yes.
maths now.
Mathematically, yes.
Really?
Mathematically.
Okay, so infinity exists, really?
There are mathematical models that are infinite.
Yeah, but mathematical models are not the real world models. You know
Ask
that?
me if infinity exists.
No, exists in reality.
Come on.
Don't play these games with me. I've done.
Our beginning conversation was
I thought you were talking about the real world.
like
All of a sudden, mathematical models. You know, this is what happens.
said because I believe in like evolution, like we are apes,
Yeah.
whatever. And Hashim was saying God created universe, God
Yeah.
created Adam and Eve. And my first dilemma was if God, the creator of everything, was perfect, would his creation not be perfect? Like I don't know, you're new. Like I would like use a new perspective
How would you define perfection?
without flaws.
Without flaws?
Yeah.
What makes you think that the universe is without flaws?
I'm not saying.
In
this,
fact,
like, I don't know. Like I'm asking you, were Adam and Eve perfect? Are human?
for the purpose, I'll take it right back to the beginning. Right? We would say
That's what I told
for
him,
the
yeah.
purpose for the purpose that God intended, the universe is perfect. For the purpose that He intended. Now, if
So
you're
what was
asking, if you let me finish, if you're asking whether the universe requires to be a way other than the way it is, could it be a little bit more perfect? Or could it be less than perfect? Is that the question that you're asking me? Meaning that if God is perfect, right, this is the inference of your argument, right? If God is perfect,
Can you just make sure we all three are in the
has to be perfect. So could that which He creates, could it be more perfect or less perfect? Is that the argument you're bringing?
No.
Okay, so then therefore your question is redundant. Because if the question is that God created a creation that is perfect, we would say yes and leave it there. If you have a problem with that, you have to say, so just one very quickly, you have to say, well, if God is perfect, then He could have made it a little bit more perfect or a little less perfect.
Okay.
Then you have an argument.
Sure.
But
I
until
understand
then,
what
your question is
Okay.
irrelevant.
Like
Do you agree with that?
I understand what he meant.
Okay.
Like what I think the misunderstanding happens is when I said the creator, when you say the creator is perfect, you're assigning perfection based on the creation, right? Because you have nothing to compare the creation or to.
Carry on, because I want to know how you're going to tie this in with the initial
No.
question. I'm not going to let you get away with that.
No problem.
It will pick
So
up
when
from here.
a creator creates a creation that is perfect, and you say the creator is perfect. So, and when I see from outside that the creation is not perfect,
In what way?
that has flaws.
In what way?
So you think the sun could be a better sun?
No.
Then what are you talking about flaws?
My
Which flaws are
first
you talking
question was, were Adam and Eve perfect, without flaws? Because I say I'm
define
an
that?
ape. I say I'm an ape. I belong,
You're not an ape, bro.
I belong to a family of.
I see a human being. What do you guys see? Ape or human?
Go ahead.
Yeah, like we're all human beings.
Yes.
Exactly.
What are human beings?
Why not?
Don't go there. Because you're talking to us.
The fact you're not living in the trees,
I want you to define what you mean
perfection.
Adam and Eve
Yes, the
being
perfection.
imperfect.
Because if you say Adam and Eve were perfect, and as
Remember what I said? I said perfect for the purpose that they were created for.
Actually-
You have to now show
Yeah.
that they are imperfect. I would love to know how you're going to do that.
So if they were created for the purpose of, well, you have to tell me. Because I
No,
don't
but you're the one saying not perfect. So it's your claim.
No, I didn't say. Like I was asking you guys.
But you're saying
Like,
you're saying it's not.
Can I like you before you cut me off, please?
No, but
Can I finish my sentence?
yeah, go on. I heard you. That's why I'm saying.
So my question was, were Adam and Eve perfect? Are humans perfect?
I gave the answer, which was,
For the creation, like the purpose of
Creation.
and then you're going to ask me what the purpose is.
Yes.
And I'm going to say to you, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create jinn nor mankind except that they worship me.
I don't understand.
So God says, I did not create jinn, which is an alternate form of life, nor human beings except to worship me.
Can you break that down for me?
Yeah, so to worship God.
To worship God.
That's the
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. So
So can
even in that purpose,
Okay.
we failed miserably
in what way?
to worship.
And what's worship?
Okay, okay.
Define worship.
I think we need to step back a bit. Yeah.
Please, let me finish.
No, but hold on. I'll let you finish the previous statement, is it not? I want to ask you something. Do you actually think, do you actually think, wait, now there's a question to you, you asked us a question to you. Do you see
Never
perfection,
get answered. Okay, go on.
before you need to listen. Do you think you are a perfect human being?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So for you, what would a perfect human being be like?
I gave my
Jazakallah
person
khair.
without flaws.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Even
the
but
question.
like
That's like
Mike,
saying-
I gave you my criteria. Like brother, please.
So what's your criteria for a perfect human being?
Without flaws. I said I'm not perfect.
No, but
My
give me an
criteria,
example. Give me an
without
example.
flaws.
Give me an example of a perfect human being without flaws.
I didn't
What
say-
does it look like?
I don't know if there is any
Give
humans.
us
that
one
are-
example.
Give us one example of what it looks like.
I'm not claiming we were created.
Should we have 3 eyes?
No.
No, but you said without flaws,
Do
so
you
you
have
must know.
6 fingers?
You're assuming there are flaws, isn't it?
Uncle, please.
He's saying without flaws means he's already assuming that we have flaws,
Yeah, exactly.
isn't it?
Exactly. So that's what we need to know.
No.
He doesn't know what he's saying then.
Look.
Uncle, please let me
Go,
speak.
go, go.
Like you guys been like
Okay.
coming at me
Okay.
when I didn't say I was created by a perfect being.
No, you just said that we're flawed.
Yeah, you did. You said without. I asked you what is a perfect being, and you said without flaws.
No.
Okay.
No. Please don't misunderstand me. Please. I'm trying to be genuine here.
So Hashim asked you,
What is a
we
perfect-
created perfect?
Yes.
You said no. So what is the opposite of perfection?
No. I asked him, do you think?
Even here.
I asked him what is a perfect being, what is a perfect human being,
Right.
and his answer was without flaws. Am I right?
Yep.
Good. So for you, you're already assuming, that implies, your answer implies that we have flaws. Am I right? Good. So don't say you didn't say that.
Yes.
Finally. I have to make him understand his own
So
answer.
when I said
What's the
that
problem?
you're going to say that we have flaws, why did he say
I don't know. He doesn't understand his own answer.
Let me
I mean, do you think we have?
Okay, let him speak. Let him speak.
What's your name? Joe.
Joe.
Do you think that we haven't been doing this for
Is
a
it Joe
while?
or Joel?
Do you think we can't think 2 or 3 steps ahead?
No, I didn't say that.
No, but when I said to you that the implication is that we are flawed, you said I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But the inference of your position entails that is where you're going to go.
Of course. Because
Then why are you denying?
because I understand now. Sorry. Because
No, it's good. He accepted his mistake, which is
because
important.
Your claim is your creation is perfect, right? So, like, my question there entails the creation are the creation.
But we think it is perfect. You are the one saying not perfect. So we need to know why. We need to know why.
So, if Adam and Eve were perfect, are humans perfect? Like, you guys have to answer me.
He's already answered that question.
Are you perfect?
Bro, based on the creation, for the purpose of creation, we are made perfect. He's already answered that question for you.
What's the purpose again?
Worship. And what did I answer?
And what was your answer?
You didn't have an
We
answer.
failed.
We failed?
Humans have failed.
How?
Can you define what worship is and then tell us how we failed?
Exactly.
Okay, now you're going to my definition. Like, with
No, but you're the one who said failed. So it's your claim.
yes,
When you say
Do you understand what you're saying?
yes.
Okay, so when you say,
I think so. Okay, before you go down on me, like define, believe, and whatnot. Like, I want to get into like what
when
you
we
guys
talk about
just said. I
worship,
wanna
we have
get
to talk
into-
about God, right?
Okay, like
Do you agree?
Yes.
When we talk about, so you said for the purpose of, no, I know he gave the answer, but you said we failed in that. That was your claim, right?
Yes.
Okay, now you have to tell us why we failed,
Okay,
why
before
we failed in
Before
that.
me going to that claim,
You're the one who made the claim already.
Yes, before. Like, let me ask you guys. Were we successful?
Please don't answer a question which
Exactly,
takes
yeah.
us into
Can I not? Can I not?
No, because I think
I
you're
mean,
trying to. I think you're trying to wiggle.
even if
You're trying to wiggle your way out of
No,
this.
it is my answer because
No, but you're...
even
That's not
Adam
an
and
answer,
Eve,
that's a question-
even
question and a
Adam and
question.
Eve.
Joel, it was your claim,
because-
and you're telling us to answer for you. Do you realize that? It was your claim,
Let me answer
so
first.
you have to answer,
me answer
not we.
first.
The
Yeah.
onus of proof,
Okay,
the
let me
burden
answer
of proof is on you, not us.
If you don't and you're
Let me
running away,
answer.
you're,
Okay, let me answer.
George, we're going to feel
Let me
like
answer.
you're
Let me
either
answer.
dodging the question, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So my answer is, since Adam and Eve failed in worshiping God, I don't have to go.
Who said they
any-
failed? Who said they failed?
I'm saying they failed
On what basis?
because they've been kicked out of paradise.
You've been reading the Bible, haven't you?
That's a good, very good question. It means
Have I been
you have a
reading the
presupposition.
Bible?
Yes, you have,
heard
because you
the
come from a
narrative.
Christian background.
I've heard the narrative.
No, you come from a Christian
okay,
background.
then
That's why
I-
you believe in the
okay,
Bible.
okay.
But you
asked
haven't.
me-
Have you listened to the Quranic narrative?
Uncle, like you asked me what, like my, like why did I say we failed,
Yes.
right? I gave you an answer why I think we failed.
Why do you think you?
The Christian belief of Adam
Good.
and-
So it comes from a
okay.
Christian. Now listen to the Islamic narrative, which you haven't heard, maybe.
curious.
Okay. Before Adam and Eve were created, Allah already decreed that they will come to the earth. They were not kicked out for that reason, which
So-
you're thinking. The
okay,
Christian
so
narrative.
God
I haven't
has
finished,
already
bro.
decreed.
I haven't finished yet.
No, I'm just thinking.
Yeah. Think, then let me finish and then you can answer. So this is from the Christian perspective, which is your background. The Christians say that they were kicked out.
What does Muslims say?
I'm telling you that.
Yeah, don't worry about Christians.
I have to worry because you come from that background.
Yeah, I'm not that background anymore.
But your answer was based on the
The way
background.
he wants to.
Your answer was based on the Christian background. Am I right? Good. So I have to first tell you where the Christians are wrong and why the Muslims' narrative is different from the Christian. So according to Christianity, they were kicked out because they disobeyed God. Am I right so far? Good. As far as the Muslims are concerned, before Allah even created Adam, forget about them doing actions which were disobedient, which basically were disobedient to God. Yes.
That did happen.
Hold on.
that happen?
Hold on. Before they were created, Allah already told the angels. What did He say to the angels? Yes? Allah told, because the angels asked the question, why would you create a being, I'm just paraphrasing here, who would spread fasad, who would spread, mischief on the earth, because there was a creation before, the jinn, who did spread fitna. I'm telling the Islamic narrative. So I can understand the question mark on your face. 'Cause you might not have heard of this, so I'm telling you this. Because the angels actually questioned Allah. Why would He create a being who would spread bloodshed on the earth? Then Allah says, I know what you don't know. And Allah decreed for Adam that he will become the vicegerent on earth.
The what?
The vicegerent. He'll become, what's the other word for vicegerent? A caretaker, yeah. Khalifa, he's a Khalifa.
So that's a different purpose.
No. Khalifa includes from the obedience of Allah. Means someone who represents Allah.
A caretaker and a worshiper.
Yeah, so a Khalifa means a representative of Allah on the earth, vicegerent.
So there's three types. So three purposes. So you
Bro,
have
the
to be a
purpose is still worship.
Oh,
So worship entails, that's what I'm saying, you need to let me finish. Keep your questions here, and then at the end you can ask. That's fine, you can write it down if you forget. Okay? Then remember it, because if you keep interjecting, you might not understand what I'm explaining to
Yeah,
you.
it's quite a lot.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes,
It does matter, it's the truth.
so you're going to go to university and you tell the lecturer, your lecture is too long,
if
so I'm going to go out.
Like
Bro, if you're learning, you need to be patient.
like,
I'm teaching you about something you don't know. Okay, so let's be humble and learn.
I'm curious.
I know you're curious. Keep the questions. I'm not telling you not to ask questions, but keep it until after I finish explaining. Is that fair? Good. So Adam alayhi salam was created. When Adam was created, Allah already decreed before he was created. In fact, 40 days or 40 years? Yeah, 40 years before his creation, Allah already decreed that he'll come to earth as a Khalifa, as a vicegerent on earth. Now what is this? Is it because he disobeyed Allah? No. Even before he did any action, even before his creation, Allah already said he'll come to earth. Now,
Yeah, but as
wait,
a
wait,
representative and a
wait. So the reason which the Christians believe that he was kicked out of paradise was different to the one from the Islamic narrative. In fact, in the Islamic narrative, once Adam disobeys God by eating from that tree,
So that did happen.
hold on, you're doing it again. Keep the questions to yourself. You said you'll remember. Remember, you don't need to write it down. So remember
That's a
it.
quick question.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, the flow doesn't then be the same.
You might have a feeling. If it like it could be like if it's the narrative is same, you could just say it's the same.
It's not the same. That's why I'm explaining it to you. I'm explaining to you because it's not the same.
What's the
So
narrative?
in the Christian
Muslim
narrative, bro, that's what I'm telling you.
Always saying the Christian narrative.
No, I said the Christian narrative is different from the Muslim, and I'm explaining to you what the Muslim narrative is. Okay, so we discussed with regards to the vicegerent, which is not in the Christian narrative. Another thing, when Adam and Eve disobeyed God, okay, it was out of forgetfulness.
They disobeyed. So
You see, you didn't hear the important bit. You didn't hear the important bit. What did I say that was different to the Christian narrative?
Christian narrative.
No, what did I say that was different to the Christian narrative?
That like Adam was sent out as a representative.
See, you're not listening.
Before he
And
was
the proof
born.
is now on the camera.
Before he was born, that Allah was.
No,
decreed-
I said something after that which you were not listening. So this is what I said. I'll repeat it again. I said Adam and Eve, their disobedience, especially Adam, his disobedience was out of forgetfulness. It wasn't a deliberate sin. So when somebody, for example, if you tell your child to go and do some, go and buy some, I don't know. Bro, let me finish. I'm giving. No need to interject. Let me finish. What's that?
You don't need that example.
Which example?
I don't know this example.
This is from the Quran, bro. This example is from the
You
Quran.
just said, right? Like Adam forgetting. Like that's a big thing. Like we can talk more about that. Like that's the difference between the Christian and Muslim.
Yes, which you missed when I told you earlier.
Okay, thank you. Now it's clear. Right?
Good.
Okay,
So
thank you.
the sin itself wasn't deliberate. Do you agree?
So now there's two different belief systems of Adam. One.
I haven't finished the narrative still. So this is the last bit I'm going to say, and then whatever questions you have, now you can ask after that. So the last bit is this. When they disobeyed out of forgetfulness, even then,
Like
Adam and Eve, both of them.
Oh, both of them sinned forgetting.
Yeah.
Forgetting.
Why not?
So Eve also not deliberate.
Yeah, none of them are deliberate.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, very interesting. In Christianity, it was deliberate,
Yeah.
and they were kicked out for
She
that.
was the one first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me that. He studied his Bible at least.
I take this seriously.
Yeah, I know. They blame the women in the Bible, whereas in Islam, there's no blame on a particular gender. They were both equally.
They both
Humans forget.
memory.
By the way,
They were the first creator.
have you ever forgotten anything in your life?
I'm not the first creator.
You don't have to be.
Is the argument here?
My saying is I said I'm not perfect.
Okay, so is the argument here, if I understand it correctly, that they failed in their purpose because they forgot?
I'm trying to understand from you guys.
No. You're bringing the argument against us regarding the purpose not being fulfilled by Adam and Eve. Now, he's given you the narrative, he's given you the story.
Yes.
Is your argument, no, you tell me your argument. I'm not going to, I already presupposed, and you said, it's okay. I already presupposed before, and you said, I didn't say that, only to later on
I apologize.
admit, no, fine. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to now presuppose anything. I'm not going to double guess you. So you now tell us
Yes, no problem.
how Adam and Eve failed.
Sure, no problem.
Actually, I haven't finished.
Let me answer.
Okay, go on.
So once, like he said, Adam and Eve forgot and disobeyed.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Even that disobedience is an act against God. Against worship.
Carry on.
No.
Against worship, no?
Carry on. Carry on. Punchline. Come on.
Because
could
you
do
have
this.
to answer that. Because it cannot come from me. Like you have to say they disobeyed, and that this goes against worship.
Okay, so the conclusion of the argument is that the conclusion that they disobeyed?
Because once they disobeyed,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Allah, and the consequences of that.
Yes.
Even though it was decreed before that.
It was decreed is decreed, not because of that.
I know. Even it was but they still.
Shall I read the ayah of the Quran which says this?
Let me finish this first.
Okay, go on.
they still like disobey.
Yes.
Allah, like, even like that kind of shows from there, like, yeah, that is my punchline.
No,
Okay.
it's not punchline. The
trying to
punchline,
understand
the
from
punchline
you.
Was
has
that
to
the
be.
punchline? Really?
The punchline has to be. Therefore, they did not fulfill their purpose. Is that what you're saying?
Like
that they disobeyed, so therefore they did not fulfill their purpose.
Like you saying, like when one day disobey, you have to say that is not an act of worship. I cannot say that. Like I'm not a worshipper, so I cannot.
But
say
I was going to finish it. The answer is in the bit I was going to finish, which you didn't let me. So let me tell you this. So first, let me read the ayah of the Quran about the forgetfulness. So this is Surah Taha, chapter 20, verse 115. It says that, and indeed we once made a covenant with Adam, but he forgot, and so we did not find determination in him. Okay. Now, with regards to
They didn't trust Adam.
no, that
What does that mean?
okay. What it means is that Adam forgets, like all humans do. We forget. So it wasn't
They
something
didn't talk about all humans. Just talk about Adam.
because he was the only human then.
Yes.
Okay, so this is human nature to forget.
Yeah, I mean, you guys believe it.
Yes.
Bro, you should know this. You being a human, okay, that human nature, it is not out of the ordinary
Not just
for us to
human
forget.
It's not
It is
just
human nature.
Look,
Part of brain.
my friend, forgetfulness, sinning, becoming better than we were before we sinned. This does not negate the purpose of life.
Exactly.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
No,
Do not
then
And before Adam,
why are you arguing?
Like because like once the whole paradigm is like I don't have a problem with
I don't think you're following your own argument.
yeah.
I don't have a problem with humans forgetting because I still think we are.
Okay, so let's move on then.
We came from an evolutionary process.
Okay, so human
We have-
beings,
we have,
their purpose.
Let me finish something, please. Like we have faulty brains. We don't have perfect functioning systems. But once you guys claim that we are created specially to worship with purpose to a creator, and then when you say read about the first human who forgets,
And-
and when I try to point out how is that like perfect,
No, but
and you guys are
Okay, so let me answer. Maybe you'll understand from this.
Then,
Okay.
no,
Hold
it's
on.
not fair because I think we're forgetting the context.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
underlying context was that you were going to use this to show that there is a flaw in God creating this.
no.
Okay, I think I know what his problem
let
is
me clear it.
because he's thinking from the Christian paradigm where they think the perfection means sinless.
Uncle, can you
He's trying to imply that
let me speak
because
for myself.
even though he's an
speak
agnostic,
for myself.
but he's got the baggage still.
That's fine.
He's got the baggage.
Hashim, I thought the argument was from him because remember it went on for a tangent, right? Firstly, the argument was
Evolution.
that God created this universe perfectly.
So you still think the universe is not perfect? Which one is it? Is it perfect or not?
I don't even think.
Is the universe perfect or not?
I don't know.
But you're shaking your head, which means you're disagreeing.
Joe, do you
Everything I don't.
do you remember?
Do you think is the universe perfect?
I think based on the purpose of his creation, yes.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that? It goes back to what we were talking about 15 minutes ago.
Yes. But
So
it's
you were
not a
going.
direct answer.
No, but you.
That is the answer. What do you mean direct? Your answer is I don't know. That's not an answer. That's appeal to ignorance.
But then you went off on a tangent, and you were going to use Adam and Eve as an example of why the universe is not perfect. This is what we were
According to
supposed.
your purpose.
Okay.
But
You know, when we asked you what is
were going to
perfect,
refute the answer that we gave,
Yes, I
and
did.
you chose to go down the Adam and Eve route,
did.
and so you have to now bring this back full circle and show how it is that Adam and Eve, not fulfilling their purpose is an evidence against the universe being perfect.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, do that now.
No problem. So once you say the universe is perfect for the purpose, no problem. And when you have to say humans.
perfect
are
for the purpose of his creation.
Okay. And are humans
Same thing, same answer. Same answer, yeah.
Purpose, what was it? Perfect for the purpose?
It's perfect for the purpose it was created for.
Okay. So perfect for the purpose it was created for.
Yeah,
Humans and the universe.
everything.
Okay.
Every creation.
Okay. So my dilemma right now is, so I say humans are not perfect. I
Because-
think humans came from an evolutionary process. We have all these faulty, like we forget, we have teeth problems, we have stomach problems, so many problems. But the Islamic narrative, according to you, we are created for perfect, and
What do you think is
and
the...
that let me
Okay, go on, go on.
And the purpose is to worship the Creator. And once you said that, my challenge was, oh, humans were not perfect in that purpose. And then you challenged me, oh, how do you know how they worship? And then my question was, oh, didn't even the first humans fail to do that?
Yep, Adam and Eve.
Yes.
Yep. And
They did.
Can I point out an important
okay, so
bit?
here's the argument.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve, they failed. And so this entails that the universe must be imperfect.
Do you agree with what he assessed from your answer?
Did Adam and Eve forget?
Yes.
Yes.
And they disobey God?
Yes. But they're still part of the perfect purpose of creation.
So let me answer your question.
Okay, so
No, we are going in circles. Let me answer the
anybody
question.
who disobeys
Joel,
God is perfect.
Joel,
So it's fine.
listen.
No, not
So it's
them.
perfect. So it's perfect for the purpose of creation.
Joe.
For you, imperfection. For you,
No, but because why? This world.
for you, imperfection is like you have diseases, your stomach pains. You mentioned this. You mentioned this. So for you, imperfection is all these things. Let me ask you something. We explained to you what our purpose is. What is the purpose of your existence?
My purpose. You can find your own purpose.
What is your purpose?
My purpose is survival, I guess.
Animals do the same. So what's the difference between you and animals?
I said we are the same.
Also, you're same as the animal.
Yes.
So if you had a dog, you and the dog would be the same thing.
No, a dog and the humans are different.
That's what I just asked you. You said no. I asked you if animals and humans are same, and you said yes, they are same.
Yes,
I asked you your purpose. You said
same.
your purpose is same as a dog, which is an animal.
Is a dog and a cat the same?
No, they're animals.
Yes, they're animals.
I didn't say they are same. You're the one who's saying. You're saying you're same as the animal.
I said humans are animals.
I asked your purpose. What did you say?
My purpose is survival.
Okay, and the animals have the same purpose.
Sure. I said
So what's the
humans are
difference
also
between your
survival.
purpose? Hold
We're all
on. So Joel,
surviving.
you are agreeing with me. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is that your purpose is no different to your dog.
Sure.
Do you agree? Okay, my purpose as a human being is different from all the other existence. My purpose, like he told you, the purpose of the jinn and the insan is... I'm answering. Okay, hold on. Our purpose is what? Worship. What does worship mean? Worship means obedience of the Creator, to do the will of the Creator.
There is a creator, right?
Can I finish?
That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant.
Can I? I'm giving you my purpose, but your purpose. Look. Do you see the difference between animals and human beings? Do you see a difference or you don't?
No, I see a difference.
Okay. Can the animals? Do the apes still live in the trees?
We are apes.
Do the apes? Do you live in the tree? Do you live in the tree?
We cut down trees, we make houses.
But do you live in the tree?
We don't live.
Okay. So the apes in the jungle.
They don't live inside the tree.
Come on. You know English. You know English, right? When I say in the tree, I didn't mean on the
I
tree.
tried to be,
So,
because you
you're-
guys are not giving me a chance to speak.
No, we let you explain a lot. You gave your purpose. In fact, it is on camera what your purpose is.
When I say, yes, my purpose
Okay.
is survival.
So why don't you answer my question?
Survival.
Your survival is different to that of animals. Am I right?
No.
Do you still live in the trees or
It's
not?
not different. I said
There is a difference.
you said it's the same. You said animals also have survival. I have survival.
Yeah, that's your purpose.
Yes, it's the same.
No, but that
So I don't live in the same environment
why?
because we found better way to live.
And why is that? What made you different from the apes in the jungle?
It's not the purpose.
No. What made you different from the
We had
apes in the
better
jungle?
time.
You had what? Better time?
We learned to cook good food. We learned to cook.
Okay, you
food.
learned to cook food.
Our brains got better.
Why did you learn to cook food and the apes did not?
Why did we learn? How did we learn?
Bro, calm down. We're getting defensive. A simple question. What made you different from the apes? You know what made you different? Shall I tell you? Because you haven't answered the question.
We are still apes. We're not different.
Okay, what is the difference between the apes in the jungle and you?
They're in the jungle and I'm here.
Yeah, what's the difference? Why are they still in the jungle and not you?
They may be called chimpanzees.
They are called chimpanzees.
Yes.
Not maybe.
We all have same ancestors.
Bro, why are you living here in a society and they're still living in jungles? Why?
There are people also living in jungles.
You're not. You're not. I'm asking based on you, relative to you. Why
Survival-wise.
Shall I tell you? Because you.
Survival-wise,
No.
me, it makes sense to live in a nice.
You know, with all due respect, because you have failed to answer the question, I'll answer it for you. Okay, once
You don't
again,
have to answer for
this
me.
is your last chance.
That's disrespectful.
Why are you different to the animals? That is the
I'm not
question.
different to animals.
Okay, good. I think you are, and I'll tell you why you are.
That's disrespectful.
You haven't listened to my answer yet.
No.
So don't judge. Don't judge before I answer. Okay, here is the difference between animals and human beings. Rationality. Have you heard of that?
Sure.
What's the difference
That
now?
doesn't make us different from animals.
It has.
It does. We think at the abstract level and animals don't.
Abstract level.
Abstract level.
Abstract level.
Yes.
That's an interesting word. Abstract level.
Oh, don't we think at the abstract level?
Yes.
So, for instance,
but
we can make inferences about the world.
Yes, but it doesn't change us from animals.
Do you think animals have rationality?
Why do we have nails?
Do you actually believe that animals have rationality?
Carry on. Go on, you tell me why we have nails and why.
He's changed the topic because he realized it's hard. I asked you, do you think animals have rationality?
Like our teeth, right? Like there's a third molar supposed to come.
So, Joe,
like, our jaws are not big enough.
Joe,
for,
let's
like,
cut to the chase.
Let me finish.
No. I'm going to finish it for you.
He's all over the
I'm gonna
place.
finish it for you.
You
I'm
don't
going to
know
finish it for
where
you.
the-
Listen,
why
listen.
we don't have nails.
Listen. I'm going to finish it for you. The purpose that the universe was created
You
by
don't let me
God.
talk.
No,
I'm not
Joe,
even talking now.
Joe,
Calm down.
listen,
No need to get
listen,
defensive.
Joe, listen. Pay attention here, right? The reason God creating the universe for the purpose that He did entails that it is a world that contains within it both good and evil. Contains in it both a level
The purpose of creation.
for the purpose of creation. Why? Because this universe is not a universe of pure goodness, nor is it a universe of pure evil.
It's an interesting answer.
Well, that's the only answer. It's the obvious answer because look, if the argument of the atheist is that there's evil in the world, so therefore,
Yeah, it's okay. No problem.
no,
I want to clarify.
okay, good.
Not finding anyone else?
Good or bad? Like, I'm not even saying that.
But you need to go there because otherwise you're going to.
You might want to.
No, but then otherwise you have to explain why it is that the world is not fit for the purpose it was created for by God.
It could be like
What do you mean, bro? Joe. What is this? It could be. Either you know or you don't know. Do you know?
Let me explain, please. Like, so when you say the universe created for a purpose, and humans, for example, like if you say the universe created for a purpose, and the purpose is to sustain humans, and the purpose for humans is to worship the Creator, I understand that logic. But when you say about like the perfection of it, like the universe has kept the promise of
Promise.
sustaining human life or like life,
No, the universe doesn't promise anything.
or like the purpose of.
Why do you think that is perfect?
No,
You said,
Joe, you said the universe promised.
No,
What did you say?
He does something like that.
For the purpose of creation.
Sustaining human beings.
They're perfect and for the purpose of creation, right?
You know the universe existed before the human beings?
Perfect for the purpose of creation.
Perfect for the purpose of? No.
What's your logic?
What's he talking about?
He forgot what we said earlier, our answer.
It was perfect for the purpose of creation. How does that make sense?
I asked
To
him.
understand.
No. You made the claim. You have to go. Look, you have a good
trying to
command of the
understand.
English language. You just made a claim that we said this. When did we say that it is perfect for the purpose of creation? It is the creation. So how can it be perfect for the purpose of creation?
Sorry, that's my fault. I misunderstood that. So I cannot wrap my head around that logic.
I don't think you know how to articulate. what
You know, every time you said perfect,
Please understand, please understand.
Joel, with all due respect, you need to tell us what perfection is to get to the bottom of this.
You tell me.
No, but you're the one making the claim.
For me, it's without flaws.
Okay, so does the universe have flaws?
Flaws. Oh no.
See what I mean? He doesn't know the answer. The very answer he gives, he doesn't know.
But Hashim, we've already given you the answer. Joe, we've already given you the answer.
He keeps saying perfect, but he doesn't know what it means.
The world is not a world of pure good. It is a world of a mixture of both good and evil. So for instance, Joe, let me finish. So for instance, what Hashim might think is good might be evil for you, but what you might perceive as evil might be good for me.
Subjective. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Right. So the world is fit for the purpose it was created for, which is to sustain us. And our purpose, since we are the only sentient beings in this universe, apart from the jinn,
I don't know.
okay, well you don't know, but we've been told they exist. But let's talk about what we know of, because you're an atheist. So let's talk about what we know, which is human beings.
Human beings, jinns, and the angels.
Yes. And so within...
Atheists don't believe it.
Angels are sentient as well.
Atheists don't believe in that. Okay, but go on.
Yeah, but you're an agnostic. He's an agnostic.
It's like
He's not sure.
like it's two different things. Like agnosticism comes with the knowledge. Like it
No,
deals with
agnostic
knowledge.
is
It deals
not
with
sure.
knowledge.
That's why he's on the fence.
Atheism is with our belief. It's a belief system.
So atheists reject
Glad you
God.
called it a belief
Yeah,
system.
atheists reject God altogether. You as an agnostic remain on the fence.
If you ask me, do you know if God exists? I'll say I don't know.
Exactly.
If you ask me, do you believe in a God? I say I don't know.
So just to finish it off, so the universe has a purpose, which is to sustain whatever is therein. We're part of that. We're part of that perfect purpose, right? Perfect purpose, because it couldn't have been anything better than it could have, and it couldn't have been any worse than it could have.
Okay.
So just to finish off, why? If you're going to ask why, it's because we believe in a God who is perfect.
Yes.
So since God is perfect, He creates the best of all possible worlds. And this world is the best that it could be. It can't be anything. Let me finish. It couldn't be anything better, and it couldn't be any worse. Why? Because then it would impute God as being imperfect.
No. How?
Because if it's not perfect and it comes from a perfect source, if we claim that it could be slightly more perfect, we would be implying that the God is not perfect.
Yes, of course.
That's what he was trying to get at.
Yes, exactly.
That's what he was trying to get at. But he doesn't know what perfect means. Every time I ask him, he says, I don't know.
Right, so there's the...
Okay, once again, what is a perfect universe?
Perfect? Oh, no. You said what was the perfect?
Yeah, what is for you, it should be perfect, right? Hold on. Does the universe need to be perfect according to your worldview?
I said without flaws.
Exactly. Is the universe without flaws?
No, there are flaws.
What flaws?
So, of course, there are so many flaws.
Give me the flaws in the universe. You don't know.
Humans are flaws.
So how are you flawed? How are you flawed?
So many levels.
How are you flawed?
How am I flawed?
Yeah.
I cannot run too fast. I cannot jump too high.
That's your limitation, not flawed.
Like, I don't have teeth. So big enough to have all my teeth come
You've been
out.
reading too many of these books on evolution. The question is,
he asked,
even if my jaw is smaller than your jaw, and your jaw is bigger than his jaw, it doesn't mean that we're created flawed.
What would be a perfect human being be for you? For you, what would a perfect human being be like?
Without flaws.
Okay, what does that mean? Give me an example.
Without suffering.
Without suffering. Okay. Does suffering make you learn? For example, if you had a toothache and it did not pain, would that be good or bad?
I mean, that's the one system we have, thankfully now.
So it's a good thing, right? The flaw is good.
I mean,
your flaw, which you said flaw, is a good thing.
It depends.
I just asked you once again. Okay, once again. You said a flaw is without suffering. Hold on. No. Now you're making it's called backtracking. It's called backtracking.
It can do good and do bad.
Good. So once again, what is the flaw in you?
It depends.
What's the flaw in you? Yeah.
No,
So we can get rid of suffering because I've already corrected that.
Don't have perfect memory.
Okay. Perfect memory means what? You have to remember everything?
Did Adam have perfect memory?
Bro, I'm asking you the question. Don't go to Adam. Hold on. You don't believe in Adam. So let me ask you.
I said no.
Can I ask you without you asking a question to me?
Did I answer no?
I've answered your questions. Now you have to answer my question.
You didn't answer.
Do you consider a perfect memory to be a good thing or a bad thing?
Perfect memory to be a good thing or a bad thing? A good thing, of course.
Good thing. So if you had suffering in the past and it reminds you every single day, is that a good thing?
That's not a perfect memory, is it?
That's what memory is. That you don't forget. Okay, what is perfect memory? Let's see. What is perfect memory?
You can have these things locked up and have access to it later on.
Have you heard of PTSD? You heard of PTSD?
Okay, so
What is PTSD? Do you know?
post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, it comes based on memory. Do you know that? So is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Of course, like
Your perfect memory might lead you into PTSD all your life.
There's a confrontation.
I don't
Don't worry
care.
about that. Don't worry about that. It happens.
PTSD is because of your memory which you don't forget.
Okay, you asked me. No?
So this is the second thing you're saying is a good thing or a bad thing? No, but you have to say, is it a good thing or bad thing? That perfect memory which you wanted to have. Once again, he's probably realized it's not a good thing.
Uncle.
Joe, I don't think you know.
Let me speak.
Nephew, have you understood what I said so far?
No.
Good.
Because Mama
That is
told me.
maybe that is the flaw in you. You don't listen. Okay, go on. What do you want to say? By the way, there are two things he said. We have dealt with both of them. Alhamdulillah. Yes. You said suffering is bad. I said if you had a toothache and you did not have pain, that's a good thing or bad thing? You realize it's a bad thing. Because your teeth will be falling, you wouldn't even realize whether to fix or not.
Okay.
So that's suffering. Sometimes pain is good because it gives you a reason why your body, in fact, it's a signal from your body that something is wrong.
I understand that reasoning, but is suffering all the time good?
Depends.
Exactly, my
Yes,
answer is depends.
suffering made because of men, other men. Suffering because of other men,
What about suffering inside your own body?
like the disease. You're talking about the disease? What are you talking about?
Suffering.
Be more clear. Give me-
Mental, emotional, so many things.
Okay,
Physical.
your mental illness or emotional. Wait. Your emotional. I'm answering. You asked me a question. Allow me to answer.
deviating.
No, I'm answering. If you let me,
You're deviating still.
will you let me or not?
Okay, go on, please.
When you ask a question, allow me to answer. The
I'll
mental
explain the
illness, the suffering that's created in your life, the emotional damage you have, might be because of other people, right? Even if it's within you, it's because of the external factors.
Could be of genetic disorders.
So what orders?
It's genetic disorders.
Yeah, it could be genetic disorder. Do you know what? In Islam, we believe that even depression, even a prick of a thorn, Allah expiates your sins. Expiates means He forgives your sins. Any disease you have, Allah forgives your sins. That's a good
How
thing.
grand, no?
Why not?
How grand.
Do you not believe God can be merciful?
He's the one who gave the disease in the first place.
No. Depression is because of external factors in your life.
But that doesn't. But it does not. All of these examples.
When you have a thorn prick, He created a thorn. Doesn't mean
say that perfect
it will not
universe-
prick you sometimes.
When you say a perfect universe,
You don't have an idea of perfection. That's the problem.
Sustained for humans to worship a creator, and you find so many of these things trying to push people away from that purpose. You have to
What
come
things?
to that.
That's not
What-
God's fault. That's
what
not
things
God's
push you away?
fault, nor does it negate the perfection
I'm
for
not
which the universe is created.
Exactly. I'm going to that, but I'm not saying it's God's fault.
You're right.
When did you come? Because
I've been here a long
everybody
time.
deviates from that point. You have to come to that conclusion.
What conclusion?
It's that like we are not perfect, and that if
Sorry, I mean,
the creator, and if the creator does create us like this for a purpose, there is like kind of a will or a conscious decision made to create us like this.
In order for you
and to do that, he cannot be all
Joe,
good.
in order for you-
he cannot be all good.
Can I-
There it is.
Can I respond?
There it is.
Yeah.
He cannot be all good.
I know.
So it does
Can-
come down to
Yeah.
good and evil.
Can I
in the world.
respond to what you just said? By the way, there is a place like that. It's called Jannah.
Place like
No
what?
suffering.
Place like what?
It's called Jannah.
Place like what?
The one that you're utopia. Your utopia.
Not my utopia.
No, you
Your
said
argument against
you're saying perfection, all of this.
My question was, if a creator of the universe, who is a perfect being, creates something, would that not be perfect?
Do you remember when I asked him about
Would that not be perfect?
whether his argument entails good or evil in the world? And he said, no, that's not my argument.
Yeah, that was before.
Now it is.
I said half an hour
That
ago.
was before. I'm coming.
No, wait. I said half an hour ago that your implication has to be this, that there is evil and good in the world. The fact that you have now admitted it.
I didn't go to that.
No.
I came down.
What did I say?
Your argument
I
entails
said
that.
Yes, okay.
That's what it implies. Sorry, maybe it's me and my English, right? That's what it implies.
Yes.
That's the
I
end
admitted-
conclusion.
Yes, I admitted to that.
No, you admitted to it.
Not yet.
Admitted to it now.
Not yet.
I had to understand because
Now-
when you said the
now here's my
purpose-
response to you.
Because
I've understood your argument. I understood it half an hour ago.
No, because when you say your purpose was to worship, right? I didn't understand that. I didn't think about it like that.
But I clearly said to you that.
But do you now? Now you do?
Yes, I know.
Good.
Yes,
So
but
at least we
even-
made some progress.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So one more
with
thing.
that- even with that understanding, I still think it's not perfect.
Okay, Joel.
Based upon what?
One more thing we haven't
Based
discussed.
on like that we didn't
Listen.
successfully worship
That-
the Creator.
But why is that? A
No. Wait.
flaw?
One more thing. One more.
For that purpose.
Joel.
No.
If,
Because
I'm
we are
answering
created
that
for
question.
purpose.
I'm answering that
We are
question.
created for that purpose.
Yes, and
Almost right about to understand.
And that purpose doesn't mean 100% fulfillment of human beings for that purpose. So in other words,
Yes, human beings. 100%.
He's not letting you finish.
do you even
That's a
understand
problem.
the argument that you're making? You're saying that because human, you think so? Okay, let's go. Let's test it. Let's see if you're as clever as you think you are. If human beings have to fulfill the purpose that they were created for 100%,
Yeah.
that entails the universe has not been created perfectly.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
How do I?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of a discussion.
Like, so
After this,
people
inshallah.
have failed.
No, I'm
in its
asking.
purpose.
No, but that's you're using our criteria. How do you know that?
How do
Don't
I
use
know-
our criteria.
Okay, how do I know?
Remember what our criteria was? That there is a perfect God who created this universe. Don't use that criteria.
Okay.
I want you to
What's
tell.
your question?
Let me finish. I want you to tell me what your objective criteria is. Your objective.
I don't think he
criteria.
has one.
Obviously he doesn't. That's why I'm bringing the argument. Because
Exactly,
look,
yeah.
So if it's obvious, why are you asking?
Because I want you to admit that this is me, my subjective personal idea of what good and evil is.
Of course it is.
Good. So now
I have no problem.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you this. Your argument leads to what's known as a.
YouTube. I'm from Holland, yeah. Altijd
Your argument leads to
Thank you,
what's
brother.
known as a reductio ad absurdum. Your argument can only be true if there is no evil in the world. Do you know why? Because whatever standard.
My argument can only be true.
Let him digest that.
No evil in this world.
Yes, because.
So because there is evil, my argument still is valid.
No. Because you believe that a standard of evil exists for yourself. And you claim that based on that, the universe is imperfect.
By the way, I've been trying to explain to you.
Sorry, I don't want to leave. I
Don't,
like
I
it.
want to leave.
I like
because
it. I like
it's
it.
happened too many times.
Exactly, yeah.
I like it. Please, 1 minute.
Either
1
you're
minute.
messing around with me.
No. I'm being honest. Like, please. Like, I'm not saying that, like, it's the question about good and evil.
I think it is.
What are you talking about?
Every
You just
flaw
said
that you
before
mentioned
it was
had
you
something
just-
to do with evil.
Exactly. He admitted before.
He remembers suffering, remember? Okay, evil entails suffering. So everything that you say, I don't think you're even thinking it through. You haven't thought it through.
I didn't say about
What
good and
country are
evil.
you from?
It's from India.
India.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Panga mat le mujhse.
I think it's from South India, so I don't think he'll understand your Panga, Kerala.
It's like, I didn't say it's about good and evil. Like, I know it's subjective. My good and evil could be subjective. I know it's subjective.
That's what I'm drawing your attention
I
to.
know. But like my first dilemma.
Do you remember the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ? He said, "Kullu bani Adam khata wa khairul khata'in at-tawwabun." So when you talk about when you talk about imperfection, for us to sin, it's not really an imperfection. It's part of our nature. You need to listen. Part of our nature is because when we disobey, it's part of our nature. But the thing is, what is important? How do you rectify that? When you have sinned, how do you rectify it? You ask God for forgiveness, and He forgives you, and that is His perfection. And for us to be perfect, we have to seek that forgiveness. Wait, listen. Let me finish. When Adam and Eve they disobeyed, what did Allah teach them? Allah taught them how to attain forgiveness. Okay? And this is a dua. It's not cruel. This is a dua.
Based upon
Really?
your criteria.
This life, by the way, this life is a test. Do you know that? This life is
How
a
do you
test.
know that
Every
you're-
flaw that you talked about,
Even if it's a test.
are you even listening to what I'm saying? I said this life is a test. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Test is according to our understanding.
No,
We
what
have
does it
to-
mean?
we
What
have
does it
to-
mean?
What do you mean a test?
What does a test mean?
Test like
When I
this.
say this life is a test, what does it mean?
You tell me.
That's why I'm saying, listen. So when you talk about suffering, are you joking or
Are
something?
you
Are you
telling me or
trolling?
not?
I'm telling you, but you need to stop trolling.
You just said, you tell me, and then when he's...
And then he started laughing.
I'm laughing because he's going somewhere else.
I'm not going somewhere else.
Unbelievable.
Your problem is you don't listen.
Okay, go on.
And in fact, you
I'm
can
sorry.
watch the
Okay,
video
I'm sorry.
and you'll realize
I
it.
apologize.
Okay, good. Don't do it again because you've done it too many times already.
I hope not.
Good. For us as beings who are created by God for a purpose of His worship, to obey and submit to His will, it does not mean that we will not sin. In fact, this is one of the things that as our nature as human beings, we have a free will. What does free will entail? It doesn't mean we are robots where we are programmed and only do those things for which we have been programmed. Free will means you can choose to obey or disobey God. If you were created someone who only obeys, that is the angels. Allah has already created such a creation. So what you're talking about, perfection, is maybe angels, not human beings. One of the freedom that you have as a human being is for you to be able to either obey or disobey. You have both the freedom, unlike the angels who can never disobey. Okay, and that's the reason when we become good, we become better than the angels.
No angels disobeyed.
No, angels can't disobey. It's not their nature.
Who's Satan?
There you go again from Christian background.
I'm curious.
I know. For us, Satan is jinn. The shaitan is from the jinn. Jinns have the same free will like us. to either obey or disobey.
Okay. Are you finished?
Okay, no, I'm not finished. So what I'm saying is that your understanding of perfection is maybe angels. We as human beings are better. You know why? Because unlike angels, we can either obey or disobey. We have this freedom. They only have to obey. That's their purpose. That's it. Okay? So the jinn and the insan, both of us have the free will to either obey or disobey. And that is the reason you're asking all this question. You see, because you have the freedom to ask these questions. And you have the freedom also to disobey and obey. And the consequence of that will be either, eternal bliss. Hold on. Eternal bliss or eternal hellfire. Because if you look at any system on earth, if there is no consequence, then you will always break that system. You will go against the system. Because there's no consequence. Do you drive?
Are you finished? Or?
Do you drive?
I don't know.
You don't know if you drive or not?
Are you finished?
No, but
why is that important?
It's very important because I want to show you the system in this world. Why are you getting defensive every time I ask a question?
I want to speak, I want to unpack what you just said.
Yeah, I know. So remember that. Okay, if you can't write it down, like I said earlier. Okay, I was showing you the traffic system. Okay, maybe you don't drive, no problem. It's okay to say I don't drive. There's nothing wrong in that. Many people don't drive. When you obey the traffic laws, okay, then there's no penalty for it. But when you break the traffic law, then there is penalty for it. Why is there a penalty? Because if there was no penalty, then people will do what they like, right? They will drive through the red lights, don't stop at the pedestrian at the zebra crossing. All of these laws they'll break. So every system in the world which actually works must have a penalty if anyone breaks the laws of that system. Okay, but I mean man-made laws.
A penalty that fits.
Yeah, any system in this planet.
Like, for example, in India, there are traffic laws.
Yeah.
There's a good system there, but there are people breaking those laws.
And?
Pretty much, most of the time.
Yeah, and?
Even with penalties, people break these laws.
So is that a good system or bad system?
So even there is a system. There's a good system.
No. Is that a good system or a bad system? Which doesn't penalize?
There's a penalty, of course there's a penalty.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you're saying if there is a penalty?
No.
I don't know what you're saying.
Please, let me speak.
Yeah, go on.
Otherwise you're not going to understand what I said.
Okay.
So
what are you saying?
Even though there is a penalty, there are people misbehaving.
And what does that mean?
Because the system is flawed.
Why is the system flawed?
Because
the problem with this guy is he doesn't understand half the things he says.
People misbehave.
Bro, what is the system? The system is if they break the rule, for them to penalize someone means there is a system to penalize.
Yes, even the penalty. Even the penalty.
Wait. I haven't finished. Like you said, let me finish.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. He said wrap it up. Let us finish.
No.
Bro, you're very sensitive.
No, of course. This is all sensitive.
He has a right to say we can wrap it up.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
No,
you can say that to me, though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not.
Thank you.
It's not disrespectful.
Thank you.
It is. By the way, he has an opinion. He has an opinion. Does he not? So respect that.
I have an opinion too.
I know.
You can respect that too.
But he has
You've been really disrespectful.
I don't know why you're offended.
After all this, how was I disrespectful
You've
to
been
you?
talking so many times.
And you're not talking at all?
I try to. Uncle, we have two different opinions, right?
No, for your system of traffic is completely flawed. When you say the system is flawed, because people break the rules.
Yeah.
It shows that you have a free will. The reason that you can choose to break the law, or you can abide by the... Let me finish. Or you can abide by the law, shows the system gives you the freedom to do both.
Yes.
That doesn't mean the system is flawed. Okay?
I understand.
So what you said earlier, are you going to take it back?
No. Because I'll show you why.
Okay, I think we should end it here.
I'll show you why.
Because I don't think you're understanding the most basic things.
I'll show you why it was not flawed.
No. It was flawed or not flawed?
When you say free will, right?
Not flawed.
When you say
Hold on. The traffic system in India, is it flawed or not flawed? Which one is it?
Because you said free will. You brought in this free will thing about obeying and disobeying God's commands.
Yeah.
And if you say, you have the freedom to obey or disobey, and the consequence of that is heaven or hellfire.
Yes.
It's not much of a free
Or
will.
God can forgive you as well.
It's not much of a free will.
Why not?
Because the penalty is much greater. Like you said, I'm not trying to negate the free will.
What is your argument?
My argument is to go to that point.
I want to know why the Indian system is flawed.
Like your point about,
Which you said was flawed.
like your point about how we fail in our purpose. Like if we are here to obey God's commands, and we have the free will to choose, and that's why we are above angels who are perfect, according to me, maybe. But you say humans are above.
Yeah, we can be better than. Because the angels were asked by Allah to prostrate to human beings as reverence, not
choose
worship.
to obey or disobey God. That's why.
What is your argument? What's your argument about that?
Let me finish it. That's why we are above the angels, right? My argument is, even though we have that free will, we disobeyed the Creator so many times.
How does it negate the purpose?
So many times.
How does that negate the purpose?
It negates the purpose that God has created.
You're using God as your criteria.
Let him finish his thought.
God has created humans for the purpose of worshiping.
Yeah. But with the free will, and then what?
But then ostracize so many other people.
Ostracized?
For
How is God ostracizing
For not
someone?
believing in God.
Yeah, but that was based on their free will, right? They chose to disobey.
Yes.
So you think there should be no conseences for disobedience?
But them choosing.
Can you answer the question?
Yes,
Can you answer?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not,
should there be consequences for disobedience, or should there be?
Of course.
Okay. So what is the problem then?
Let me answer. Like those people who disobeyed or didn't believe.
Yeah.
It was not out of reason.
What do you mean it was
out of choice?
Or choice.
So they chose to disobey, just like the people who break the traffic laws. They choose to disobey the law, and that's the reason they get penalized. So what is the problem?
Yeah, but even that penalty can not be enough for them to keep doing that same crime. That's why I said the system is flawed.
No, wait. So you're saying you're saying the penalty is what?
The penalty is not
repeat offenders.
Adequate enough for that.
For the repeat offenders.
Yes.
I agree with you. Do you know what happens to the repeat offenders? No, wait. Let me answer that. Don't get away with it. Do you know what happens to repeat offenders?
Well, in India.
I don't know about India.
You said about in India.
No, you said so maybe the Indian system is flawed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Good. So I'm not talking about the Indian system.
Now we're moving on.
Can I finish without interjecting? Now who's rude? Who's rude now? You're not letting me finish.
We're moving on.
No. You're not letting me finish now. Okay. You know why? Even in India, the repeat offenders, they have bigger penalties than people who get 1 or 2 tickets. Okay. Maybe he doesn't know. He doesn't drive. That's why.
The rape is getting away in India.
Bro, if the rapists get away, then they have some political connections.
Exactly. It's crazy.
The ones who get away have political connections.
The root of our discussion.
Really? You think you can do that?
I'm trying.
Really?
I'm trying. So
it's been an hour, and you think you can do that?
And you know, Allah is much more just than Modi or the Indian system, who lets the rapists get away.
So if you say we have the free will to disobey Creator, and that,
I still don't know what the
in
problem
a kind of way that makes creation perfect for its purpose. How is that? I'm trying to understand.
I think this is a conversation that we'll have to carry on next week.
No?
All right.
You don't have an explanation.
So if you break the law...
I don't need to because I don't believe you have the capability.
I thought you were like standing here, you could answer that
No,
question.
I didn't want to offend you again.
No. Like, you offended me when you kind of
Why?
did that.
Why?
I don't know why you're offended.
Offended you?
No, because you said wrap it up, right?
And why is that offensive? That's his
You
opinion.
can just wrap it up to me.
That's his opinion. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, because
Has he had the right to
Spend
exercise
a lot
his...
of time here.
yes,
We
we're
need
two grown-up
to go.
people. Yes, we're two grown-up people. And if I wanted to wrap up, I would say, hello guys, I want to wrap up.
Fine, that's
Exactly.
And we wouldn't be
That's
offended
That's
if
my-
you said
I
that.
would be offended. I would have a problem.
Exactly.
And that would be your position. That would be your
great of you.
prerogative. Well
That's
done.
grand of
Well
you.
done. Thank you, Joe, for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. I really like you.
He never said he didn't like you.
I can say that.
Yeah.
You still want to continue or?
Okay, just one last point. Okay? I think where the problem is, your conception, your concept of perfection is flawed. Because you think perfection entails someone being like an angel, who does no wrong, who has no diseases, who doesn't forget maybe, all of these things.
How about the simplest like that? Like if the Creator is perfect, wouldn't His creation be perfect?
I think that itself is flawed. Because we are not God. We can't be like God. So your basis itself is flawed. Because you want us to be like God. We are not God.
No, it's not safe.
What did you just say? If the Creator is perfect, we should be like Him, right?
No.
I think we should wrap it here. If you don't understand your own statements, how should we be perfect? Like God?
If God sculpt a sculpture,
Should we be like God? That's the question.
No.
Then let's forget it then.
No,
Let's
I'm
carry
not
on.
saying God, like, we
You
should
said
be
if
like
God is perfect, we should be perfect like Him.
Yeah. Well, why
We can't be like God. Do you not understand that?
I mean, I don't believe in God. So
Exactly. So don't compare us to God then if you don't
I'm
believe
not
it.
comparing. I'm
Okay.
trying to understand what you guys believe.
You know, you believe in science, you believe in evolution. Okay? In evolution, how does life come from matter, which is not sentient? Everything you don't know. Let's end it there.
Good
Okay?
talk, man. But it's like you're certain about where you come from.
That's the difference between you and us.
Exactly.
Because
That's
your purpose is only survival, like the animals.
Yeah,
We have higher purpose.
We can also find our own purpose.
We have higher purpose
Good for you.
other than just survival.
Good for you.
Because survival is the basic
Good for
instinct.
you.
You know?
Good for you, no?
No, do you agree? Survival is the most basic instinct of any sentient thing.
Yeah.
That is the most basic thing. So if your
Is that
purpose,
not- is that
if your
bad or-
purpose is
is that
still
good
at
or bad?
no, I'm saying your purpose is still at the basic, as a basic level, at the very base level, then you haven't actually evolved. All right, let's leave it there.
Wait.
Jazakallah khairan.
We haven't-
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.